Hey everyone, this is a primer for how to get your golden dice on Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode at 7. This is as it stands today, and I know Larian said there's gonna be more stuff coming, so according to when you watch this, there might be a bit of changes in play. I hope not. Either way, the idea of this gameplay is unmodded as far as any kind of power goes. I think I have extra feats on, but we're going to discuss them, not take them. The party is going to be very straightforward for the top and three NPC companions. We're not gonna have hirelings. I'm going to show you how to do camp buffs, but that one time that's it because I'm not using them well ever. We're not gonna play the Dark Urge mainly because I do not want the cloak, and I don't want it to shadow or overshadow the gameplay. To tell you it's not exciting, that would be wrong. It's always exciting, whether you take the good route, the bad route, maybe the route in the middle. So we're gonna have Shadowheart as light cleric with sorcerer levels, Lae'zel straight up fighter 12, Stern as the ranger rogue with as an archer, and we are going to be a sorcerer. And thank you. Took me time to do this. Why are you shoving in? As far as cantrips go, I'm going to take here Bone Chill, and before you say, but Ray of Frost probably better, you'll be right. Ray of Frost is a bit better. Movement speed is the most important thing that you can have in combat other than in initiative. Out of all the actions, reactions, I don't know, concentration, movement speed and reactions, movement speed is probably the most important. And the more you have, the better. The less your enemy has, the better. But Bone Chill has the advantage of preventing healing, and since we are going to have the highest opportunity to land a cantrip, this is more important sometimes than Eldritch Blast or an Illuminator Arrow because of their chances or your DC, sorry, in this case DC doesn't matter, your spell attack roll. And what you want from the archer is more damage from them or more control from them because they have different kinds of control. And then you could do it as a sorcerer, slap this on. And this comes from more from duo play than party play, but we're gonna have Ray of Frost on another character. Second one will be Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp says target cannot use reactions. Two main reactions that we are looking for: opportunity attack and counterspell. There are other reactions that we don't want them to do, but these are the two main ones that you're looking for. Aside that, it's a melee. It works with wet. It's good. As far as firebolt goes, I would say no. It's actually better to have acid splash because acid actually does something, but I don't like either of them. Poison sprays, meh, okay, sort of. It's con save for half damage, so it's anyway instead of 1d12, it's like a 1d6, and it's rounded down, so it's 0.5 to 6, so 0 to 6 instead of 1 to 6. As far as utility goes, let's go with friends. I'm not going to use friends that much. I think in-house ability is more correct way to use it because you don't need to fight a lot until we get to level 5, and level 5 is the biggest threshold in the game that you need to get to, and we talk about it on level 5. But friends will get you there more easily if you don't have other options. And sometimes you go with charisma 10 and that's what you need because you need persuasion and you're not a barbarian with the thaumaturgy or cleric. And of course, there's no escaping this. You take minor illusion. Guidance is the only other spell, only other cantrip, sorry, that I would say everybody should have. Minor Illusions is the second one. This is the best in and out of combat cantrip. It changes who looks where. It changes the whole battlefield before there is a battlefield. The amount of places it makes sense in are ludicrous. Other good ones. Mage Hand is useful. We're gonna have it on chart. Light is nice to have. You can pick it on before you go to Act 2. It's fine. Same for Dancing Light. And we got Blade Ward, which does help with incoming damage. As far as spells go, since we're not going to level 2 Sorcerer, take guaranteed damage in Magic Missile and Shield. I'm not gonna go through all of the rest of these, but Thunderwave is always good because we don't want anyone in our melee. Mage Armor, leave it for the scrolls. Enhanced Leap will have on the Ranger. Featherfall is pretty good, it's useful, but again, scrolls and potions. Expeditious Retreat we're gonna take from the Warlock level, and the only other S tier spell that I would say that you have in here is Chromatic Orb because it upcasts so well. If you start with this, you're not going to regret it, but since we're going to 5 Warlock before we go to level 2 Sorcerer, I prefer to postpone the Chromatic Orb. Also, I'm in a party, so I'm not rushed to get the best of damage. As far as subclass goes, Wild Magic fits there, this character. Draconic Bloodline I'm not going to use because we are not going to have any kind of armor, don't get me wrong, but to have mage armor instead of having Storm Sorcery doesn't make it any justice. First off, we get Fly. And our element is Force, which doesn't exist in Draconic. And second of all, we're gonna get the Storm spells, which are concentration by themselves, and they pair along very well with Hunger of Adar that we're gonna have, because one pairs with Wet and one pairs with the Darkness theme that we are going to have as well. So we can do both of these, and Shot's gonna be a light cleric, so we're gonna have fire damage, and I have an Archer and a Marshal who are going to test Pierce and Chop and Slash, whatever you're going to try to do while you're trying to interrupt either the Tav or Shadowheart. As far as backgrounds and abilities go, I could have kept that. 17 Charisma because we're gonna take Actor, which means, by the way, that we are not going to take Deception or Performance. Ignore the Shouten, the piece we have from Shouten. I'll put it on Folk Hero because no one takes Survival or Animal Handling. Looking just at the Sorcerer skills, we can take Persuasion, Intimidation, I'd say Insight, and fourth can be Arcana. In the human ones, we mainly have Perception, Stealth, and Athletics. Now, Stealth pairs with Sleight of Hand and Deception in 3 of them, so that won't work. Perception pairs with nothing, so this is the one we want, but I also want Athletics because I don't want to be shoved, and one of them gives me Intimidation, which allows me to take Insight and Persuasion while choosing the background of Soldier, and having some Athletics to have some push and not be pushed, Insight and Persuasion for talks, and Perception from the human, and I'm covered. Alongside with the Intimidation, I'm done. As far as the rest of the abilities go, you can min-max this with 16 Dex or 16 Constitution, and 14 of the other one, and 10 Wisdom. Because I want some protection, and okay, so no Constitution 16 because we're in a full party. Dex 14 is enough, but I'm mainly doing this because I want some protection on the Intelligence and the Wisdom saving throws. Also, this looks more like a presentable Tav, I think. And that's about it. This is our go-to, and the rest of them will be in the game, and we'll see you there.